Yo, Knicks Real Talk, let's get it.
Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants of dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo as they cook my game plan. Let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause at the Knicks we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base, hit the link, Anthony Mace. We drink the logo when there's airspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, looking at Knicks City drip. There's any dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew, so here's a few bars that shine like stars divine to Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here, I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it.
Yes. What's good, everybody? Knicks Real Talk, let's get it. We in the building, Divine and Shot Power. About to get into the Knicks pregame show. Knicks versus Orlando Magic at the World Most Famous Arena tonight at 7:30. Knicks going for their third game of the season. Looking to get in there and get bounced. Redoing what they did on the other night with that victory over Detroit opening game. Everybody was in the building. The place was lit. But we're going to get it popping. We're going to get into all that, break it all down. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. My brother Will Thrill, Jermaine Bronson, my man Jermaine. Peace to you. Salute to the chat. Let's get it, Shop. How was good with you, brother? How you doing today?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. The Orlando Magic at the World Most Famous Arena tonight, 7:30. Knicks going there to make it 2 games in a row. We're going to get into the pregame show, but we'll get into the roster, the injury report, and the starting lineup. We're going to break down all the Knicks news and all that good stuff, man. But the third game of the season, looking to go 2-1 against a young, talented Orlando team. You know they're 0-3. They're a very talented team. They got a lot of young players that are coming down here. But I think we're going to go in there and try to handle our business tonight. Our team is playing pretty well, man. I'm really impressed with the way the Knicks are playing right now. Obviously, we got a couple things we need to clean up on and get back. You know, there's the three-point shooting. The defense needs to be a little bit more tight around the perimeter. But overall, you cannot be mad at what the Knicks are doing right now. They're playing pretty good basketball, man. I'm excited, and hopefully this thing continues. It's only 2 games, but we still know they haven't really even got in sync yet. It's going to take about 5 games, 10 games for everybody to get into cohesion, camaraderie, and everything. They're clicking on all cylinders. But for the first 2 games that I've seen, the one in Memphis was a great to see that they had that fighting dog in them, that they continued to battle and fight, and then got back in that game, only lost by 3. Then obviously they came to the home opener, which everybody was in the building. Knicks blew out the Detroit Pistons 130, 104. Cats was all over the place. Everybody contributed that night. Obi Toppin quickly had a great night. RJ bounced back, had a great night, and everybody else just continued. Brunson did what quickly did what he did. Brunson did what he did. Derrick Rose had a good game that night. So a lot of guys stepped up that night. So I'm glad to see that, man. So now let's see against this team tonight, which we can't take for granted, Shop Power, because this is a young and up-and-coming team. And a lot of these teams, you know, they got good talent, but we don't know if they still going to try to tank to get my man with that generational talent with when the band, whatever the name may be. We don't know if teams going to be playing hard like they need to. They want to try to get this cat coming in the draft because he's probably one of the most talented guys we've seen in a long time. That's 7'4", who got forward skills. So I think a lot of teams might not be really giving it all. No, we'll see. I know Adam Silver addressed that situation, but for the Knicks, though, we just got to go out there, man, and let Jalen Brunson and that starting unit start the game off the right way. Shot Powell and let that bench come in and do what they did the other night. So I'm looking for a good victory tonight. The Knicks will pull all that off and just do what they've been doing the first couple of games of the season.
Yeah, this game tonight is a scary game, and I mean this is a team that we should be able to meet and beat tonight. And I mean, this is a team that, you know, in New York, everybody comes to New York. They want to play, you know, their all-star best ever they played ever in the whole year in their career. They come to New York and they really want to style out. So we really got to try to clamp it down and really prepare for this team. You know, we got some good things that's going on for us right now. You know what I mean? We're rebounding the ball. We're getting assists. You know, we're starting to hit our foul shots and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know, the players are bouncing back and stuff like that. And in the last couple of games, we have been having multi-scorers on the team. You know, and that's what we need this whole year, but especially tonight. You know, we need and it's been different guys every time out. So we don't necessarily have to depend on someone, but when they need to step up to the plate, we need them to step up to the plate. So this is going to be a really game. This is going to be a good game to watch. You know, to see how the Knicks come out tonight and see how they push the pace, because they really got to get out with this team here tonight, and they got to play some good basketball.
Yeah, real talk, real quick. And salute my brother Cash Out Dane. Jermaine, good to see you, my brother Jermaine Royster. I appreciate you, the brother, always been holding me down, man, ever since, you know, we first started Knicks Real Talk. So Jermaine, thank you for coming, my brother. And we're the three from Colorado. You already know how you get down. But yeah, you know what, to me, this is a young, talented team. I like the pieces they got there. They got a lot of good talent there, man. They're going to be, in a couple of years from now, they're going to be something to deal with. My friend Wagner and all these guys, they're going to be pretty good, man. You know, but for us, I also like what we got going on right now, Shy Powder. It kind of reminds me of the 2000, I would say the 2004 Pistons, per se. You know, not superstars, but just a bunch of good players. You know what I mean? Right. So on any night, we got a guy like Brunson, RJ, Randall, or whoever can go for 20 if they need be. You know what I mean? So I do like the way the team is balanced all overall. We still got a couple of things we need to work on and all that good stuff. I do think we got to get that 3-point shooting a little bit higher. I see like the whole league is like that right now, but the whole league is shooting about 30%. Other than the Lakers are shooting 21%. They just down in the bottom shooting 3%. But I do like the balance that we have. We just got to kind of work on that 3-point game a little more and get our defense a little bit more tighter. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with what we have so far. And I can't be more happy about the way we trying to do this thing. So tonight is a big test because, you know, Orlando last year came in here and kind of gave us the business last year. Unexpected Cole Anthony, new guy, came in and MSG and ramped them up. You know what I mean? We can't have that this year because this is one of them games we can't sleep on these guys because they are talented. Even though they 0-3, they still got talent. And this might be the night where they want to win their first game.
Exactly, Mundo.
Yeah, they can't come up at MSG and just kind of, you know, catch up sleeping. And I don't think the Knicks team can afford to be sleeping on anybody this year because, you know, we got a tough task ahead of us. You know, we want to be up in that high echelon between the 6th seed and up. We got to play hard every game and come here and battle every game. So this is a good test for the Knicks tonight. Not to get lackadaisical, just go out there and play your game, and hopefully we can go 2-0 at home. And I think that's where it all starts at for this team this year. If this team play well at home, then we got a good chance to prosper and move forward. I think Julius Randle will have a good game tonight. I'm loving to see what RJ going to do tonight against these young guys. Let's see how it goes, man. We got to, you're right, catch up. We got to get Pablo a welcome to the guard NBA moment. So let's see, man. It's going to be interesting. But Pablo definitely can't handle no Julius Randle. I think Julius Randle tough with his experience. From a defense perspective, I think he'll give it to him. We just can't have Terrence Ross and all these guys going in here just going amok, running amok on us. We definitely can't have that.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I'm talking about. We do not need to see Ross go crazy tonight. We do not need Pablo to come in here and all of a sudden want to score 35 points tonight and stuff like that. We need to clamp them down. We need to get out like we've been doing. Get out early on these guys, build a lead, and rest the starters, and let some of the second unit come in, and hopefully they can play well tonight as well.
Yeah, real talk. It's gonna definitely be a fun game, and like I said, this is a good test for us. Not because the team is better than us, because you can't sleep on these guys. You just can't. And I don't think our mindset right now is that we are a team that we're taking people for granted. I really think that we kind of established in that culture this year where they want to win. I hear from Julius Randle, I hear from Tibb. They're not about the individual stats. They're not worried about who gets more points. It seems like the Knicks is really locked in on winning. And from what I've been reading and from what I've been hearing, that's what we wanted to be. We're not worried about who gets 30 points or 20 points. What we worry about when that buzzer goes off, the Knicks got a W, not an L. And I think right now they all locked into that same mentality because the sign shows up in the box scores now. You know, everybody not playing 30 minutes sometimes. You know, it don't matter who popped that night, long as we get the W. And I think if we can continue that trend, that means we playing winning basketball, not individual basketball. It's because the reason why I think that's significant to me, Shaq, I would think about it. A lot of these guys have their money already. They ain't got to try to be better than the next man. Randall got his money. RJ got his money. Brunson got his money. Mitch got his money. Fournier got his money. These guys, they ain't got to try to outshine each other. They just need to try to win. And so far, so good. Only in 2 games into the season, counting 4 preseason games, I think they locked in on that mentality where, you know what, we just trying to win. We're not worried about who's going to be the all-star. We're not worried about who's going to be this. If RJ's nice tonight, then Randall don't have to have it tonight. Or if it's Brunson's night tonight, one of them other guys might not have it. But at the end of the day, the team won. And I just say that because I looked at the past game the other night. A lot of people had it, but Cam didn't have it. Not because Cam, he didn't have it because he wasn't good, but he didn't need it. Because that's what makes his team so good. Like, okay, Cam didn't need to have it popping tonight because Obi Toppin had it popping or Quickly had it popping. So it kind of allowed him to be like, you know, I'm just going to go with the flow. And if I pop, but if it's not, it won't cause a team to lose because he still was a plus in a certain category. So I was happy about that. And I think if the team play that way the rest of the year, unselfish, get up there with the pace that you're always talking about, and they do that tonight, I think we come out of the guard with a victory, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we got to do, man. We got to get out tonight and get out early, man. You know, this team is, a little test for us because they're a young up and coming team as well. And, they had some pretty close games. They didn't really get beat by much. And I don't think I heard a blowout in any of those games that they lost, so they were competitive. So, they're going to come out, and this is New York City MSG. They are going to come out, and they're going to want to come out and play like they played in college, So, let's see what happens, man. I'm happy to see the Knicks come out tonight, and I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for the Knicks to come out tonight and play the way they've been playing, man. Brunson come out there being the key, setting everybody up, and I mean, no turnovers. Play 20, maybe 28 minutes and score 18 points, low minutes with high efficiency. That's what I want to see him to do tonight. Same as Julius Randle. Get out there, beat this guy up real quick, get about 18 to 22 points, get about 7-8 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists, and, sit Ponchero down. You know what I mean? Mitchell Robinson as well. All these guys I want to come out and see these guys, punch these guys in the face, man. Let them know that this New York Knicks basketball right here, you ain't coming in the garden, you ain't stealing my food, you ain't gonna put your finger, you ain't gonna reach over my shoulder. You know what I mean? You're gonna kiss his elbow. I mean, I'm not endorsing any roughhousing or anything like that, but if you in there and you trying to grab a rebound and we bumping and grinding, you bumping me, then I need to bump you back a little harder. You know what I mean? Because we in the garden. They need to play well at home, man. We need to win home court. I mean, we need to win a majority of our home games this year. We win our home games this year and make it easier for us to win the games away. And I mean, we make teams understand how we play here in the garden. And, when we go away, we carry that same mentality. We make it get a win there too.
Yeah, real talk. Just Will, that's a great point. Will said, I want to see us defend the 3 a little more than the first 2, because Magic aren't going to kill us inside. That's facts. We got brothers down there who could ball in the middle. I mean, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and Mitchell Robinson. That interior against them is pretty much going to be a lock. So like he said, you got to defend that 3 ball in that perimeter. Great point, Will. Real talk. And I think that's the key to the game tonight. We'll get into that as well. Defend that perimeter. Don't let Cole Anthony, don't let Bonchero and all these guys get out there on the 3-point line and kind of just go. Not that if we can control that. If our defense can control that tonight, I think we'd be pretty much in a good situation. And just to piggyback off of my man Will, the 3 right. I mean, not Will, but I think it was. Jason said, "What's the biggest margin of victory we'll have against an opponent this season?" So far, Will, we at the 26. We beat Detroit 130 to 104. So right now, the biggest margin so far is 26 points. We'll see if that remains to be seen moving forward. But we're going to have some games where we're going to be locked in, and it's just going to wind up putting caps away, because I think this team is that deep. We just got to continue to build, and it's early. It's only 2 games, only 3 games. Like I said, you will know what this team is made of by the time we get to probably the 15th game, 10th to 15th game. That's when the NBA really going to get everybody settled in. We came out of training camp, we came out of preseason. Now we know what we got on the roster. We know how to play with each other. Because you don't got no camaraderie, no chemistry at the 10, 11 games, I don't know, you'll never have any. So I think it's going to be interesting. But let's see how it goes. Cash out said, we go for 20 tonight. Let's hope. But you know what? What I'm excited about, just going back to piggyback off the last game, the past game. The last game was the past game. But we still got more to go. But Amanda quickly and Obi Toppin, Derrick Rose. I mean, these cats was literally in their game, man. And I think quickly for that one night, out of doubt, you know what I mean? Like I always say, man, this cat, been here on his third year. I think him, Grimes, and Obi Toppin by next week, the Knicks got to pick up their option. Their option going into their final year, their rookie deal. I think the Knicks will. I think they're going to pick up quickly Obi Toppin and Grimes. I don't see the Knicks not picking up their options. It'd be interesting to see how that goes in the next couple of days. They do have to pick him up pretty soon. So, but I do think he had a great game the other day, man. He's a spark plug. He was a real spark plug the other night, man. He was our hand and witness alive, so I don't, and a lot of other people were. But I'm really looking forward to these guys continue building on what they're building on tonight. And if you look at the tale of two tapes tonight, real quick, we look at this team, the two teams this year in the first two games. It's early. And we'll see what they did for the Knicks. And right now, the Knicks is really right now at 1-1, 121 points a game, 52 rebounds per game, 28.5 assists, 46.1 field goal percentage, which Jock Powell said we need to shoot 45 or better this year, and that's pretty decent. Powell's online with that. We need to get that 33% field goal 3-point percentage up. But then you look at the Orlando Magic, they only scored 109. Their field goal percentage only 46. The 19 assists per game. Their field goal percentage by 1 point higher than they shoot 1 point better than us from the 3-point line. So that's definitely something that we gotta hopefully we can limit them tonight. Shot power and clean up a little bit. But overall, I think it's pretty good, the number that we got coming out of the gate for the first two games.
Yeah, of course. I think those numbers are real good, and I believe the 3-point shooting will get a little better towards the as they get more acclimated into the season. So we're shooting at about 33% from the 3-point line. I believe we could probably shoot around 36, 37%. Hopefully, I'm hopeful that they could shoot around, get it up another 4 or 5 percentage points and stuff like that. I think we could be somewhere around 37.5, 38%. But we have to stay with our field goal percentage over 45% easily. That makes us a better team. And the one thing that is showing me that they are playing together. Look at the assists in the last couple of games. These guys are really passing the ball to everybody, man. The ball is getting moved around and people are making baskets. 28 assists and what was the last one? 27. It was both of them with like 20-something. 20-something assists per game. That is big numbers right there. And if we continue to do stuff like that and move the ball, make everybody a part of the basketball, play together. They play together, we have a better chance of winning every night that we get on the court.
Yeah, real talk. I agree with you 100%, Chuck. I was a great analogy right there because, and that's really what it all boiled down to, man. I just think that tonight the Knicks got to go bully ball per se, downhill, get Wendell Carter and Franz Wagner and Trouch over them cats. They young talent. I'm not taking nothing away from them, but they don't have the experience that we have. So I think our experience might be the key tonight. And we'll go over the starting lineup, and we go over the injury report. And we'll see why I think it makes a difference tonight. Because we miss one guy out of our rotation that will be in our rotation, Quentin Ryan, opposed to what they missing. But even if they had that guy, I still think that our team is strong enough in the middle. And with the acquisition of Jalen Brunson, who I cannot say, man, oh my goodness, this brother in 2 games is early, but if there's any indication of what the season's going to be, we're going to be in good hands with Jalen Brunson. So I think tonight, we got to make Jalen Brunson take Cole Anthony down to the middle, make him take the guy down in the paint, and make him force to try to defend all that sagginess that Jalen Brunson got with his foot movement, his antics. He just got some skills down there. So I think the key tonight is hopefully we can knock the 3 ball down, but in the meantime, keep going downhill and make them cats have to play bully ball tonight. Jalen Brunson's a bully. RJ's a bully. Randall could be a bully. You know what I mean? So, and Richard Roberts could be a bully when he had to. Only Evan Fournier obviously had that bully, but we depend on his 3-point shooting more than anything. But I'm still excited that this matchup should be pretty much I think the Knicks should be pretty well tonight. I don't think it's going to be a loss tonight by no means. I don't think you're going to get what you got last year. I think Jalen Brunson sets a different tone for this organization moving forward, and let's see how it pops tonight. And real quick, let's go over the I just go up to the starting lineup going to be tonight and all that good stuff for the New York Knicks. Obviously, Jalen Brunson at the point guard, Evan Fournier at the 2, RJ at the 3, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle at the 4, and Mitchell Robinson at the 5. For the Orlando Magic tonight, Cole Anthony, Terrence Ross, Wagner, Banchero, Wendell Carter. Let me tell you something, guys. The Knicks should eat that up tonight. They should eat that. That's a bunch of, other than Terrence Ross, Cole Anthony is second year, something like that, maybe second or third year, whatever. Time go by so fast, but sometimes you forget what I would say second year. And Banchero is a rookie. Wendell Carter about a third or fourth year, whatever the case may be. But that's a young team, so I don't think we should have a problem with them tonight, Chop Howard. Then if you look at the injury report real quick for the Orlando Magic, they got Gary Harris out, Jonathan Isaac out, Jalen Suggs out, Markelle Fultz out, and Mark Wagner, Fultz's brother, out. And for the Knicks, we got out is Quentin Grimes. So I think we should be all right from that standpoint from as far as overall talent tonight and depth. I think we got a lot of depth tonight opposed to them. So I'm not too concerned with all that. I think we should be all right tonight, Chop Howard.
Yeah, I believe we should be okay. We have to watch out for these guys, man. I'll say this, and I said this once, and I'll say it again, man. Some of these guys' names that we just mentioned love coming to New York and playing their best game. You know what I mean? Want to have their best life when they come to New York and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And we have to nip that in the bud this year. You know what I mean? And I believe Jalen Brunson is going to put in some work tonight. You know, and I believe that Mitchell Robinson will put in some work tonight. You know what I mean? We have to see how RJ needs to play some defense on Franz Wagner, because this guy can shoot and he also can drive the ball. So we have to, it's some things that we just have to clamp down on, and we got to do it early in the game. Let them know where they at and who they playing, and we also need some execution from our second unit tonight. We however it works out, if it's OB and Reddish tonight with Hardenstein, or Hardenstein, OB and IQ, or IQ, Hardenstein and Reddish, three, I forgot about D Rose. And, we got to get some of those guys in that second unit to do as they've been doing, like they did last game. They not necessarily need to put up 20 points, but a good 8 to 12 points from 3 or 4 of those guys on the bench, and we're in a good case to win the game tonight.
Yeah, real talk, Shop. I was real. That's 100% on that one. And I think we can see that tonight. I think they come out there with a whole different. Let me translate to something else. The first, you got to get Tibbs his flowers for going with this up tempo pace. But now he got a point guard that can really help push the up tempo. I'm happy with the way Tibbs is doing this thing so far. It's only 2 games, but for him to be allowing these guys to run the pace a little more, and he always wanted to do it. But I think what's different this year, he got the personnel to do it. I think he got the personnel to get up and down the floor a little bit more. Only though that main personnel of Jalen Brunson, but you see quickly get up and down the floor, smart plug and all that good stuff. And I'm excited about that. But first and foremost, let me get everybody in there. Yo, peace to the God of Law Wise, salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Peace of Law Wise, salute to you, my brother. Frank Moptos, Cash Out James. Let's get it going real quick. Let me get a chat some love. Knicks fan, let's go. My man, Carl Mega, Cash Out James, Jason, everybody in the building, man. We're about to get a pop of this pregame show. My Shop Power, Knicks will talk. Let's get it. But yeah, for me, I'm excited. I'm excited about what's gonna happen tonight. Because I do think these cats do not come up in the garden and win this game tonight. I just think this is a different mindset, a different team, and I think that we're on to some truth. My man D Knight, what's good, brother? I do think we're on a different mindset now. Let's see, Shot Power. Because any day in the NBA, you can get your butt with. You come out there sleeping, you're not on your game, you being lackadaisical, and the other team, like you said a key point. When people come up at MSG, they want to put on the show. They know they're on Broadway. They know they're in the Mecca. They want to come up here and shine. So they want to go up here and do put on their best foot, because they might think one day I might be playing up in here. I think a lot of people come in MSG to audition. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? They know this. They know the mecca of basketball is where it's at. They know it's New York. It's the bright lights. It's the media. It's the branding. It's everything. You know what I mean? So when cats come to New York, they looking to put on the show. But tonight we can't have that. We got to lock down energy like like we supposed to. So I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch tonight.
Yeah, man. This is one of the games that we want to see. I've been noticing Tibbs has been running. Usually you probably see Tibbs run like a 7, 8, 9-man rotation, but the last couple of games, Tibbs been running almost a 10-man constant rotation. You know what I mean? And he's getting 10 guys out there. IQ, OB, Reddish, Hardenstein, they are playing basketball, you know what I mean? Also with D Rose, these guys are getting out on the floor and playing, at least 10 minutes of basketball. That is playing basketball. That's not like you come in for 3 minutes, the garbage time or something like that. You are about 10 minutes of basketball, and almost any quarter in the first 3 quarters is a lot of minutes. I mean, I don't want to say a lot of minutes, but there's some primetime minutes to play in an NBA game. And Tibbs has been running almost like a 10-man rotation, steady. You notice it at the end of the games that the starters are not breaking 30 minutes. You know what I mean? You're starting to see the second unit starting to get around 22 minutes a game. These are big things that are changing. Like, it's only 2 games, but it's a change in how you used to see how Tibbs. Now, I'm not saying this because this is the second game, but just over these last 2 games, this is what I see. I haven't seen Tibbs, run that 8-man rotation, run the ISO hard ball up top. He's more intricate with the ball moving around with the it's more like a triangle-ish span. I be hearing the names of Spanish triangle or whatever the hell, whatever it's called or whatever. But he's been implementing this new style of basketball, moving the pace a little bit more, getting the ball up the court a little quicker, so you have more time to set up down if we're going to run the half-court set. So I think this team is going to win tonight, and I think we're going to have another big game tonight.
Yeah, real talk. You know what? It's build or destroy. You know what I mean? That's what it's about for the Knicks now. You got to, when you come up in there in that building, we destroy another team. And everybody know what I'm talking about. Build or be killed. And we always got to be on that. We build and we ain't being killed. We going to kill the other team. But we ain't coming up here taking no prisoners. And I think that's the mentality that I like. Like you said, I think Tibbs opened up that offense because I think now he got the personnel to open it up. Like I said, last year, I could understand why he might have didn't do it, because when everybody went down, he just wasn't ready to trust them young cats. You know what I mean? When he was trying to get in the playoffs, I get it. But this is a whole different season, a whole different idea. I like the way it's going so far, and everybody's playing pretty well, man. And that bench, like I said, and everybody was plus 20 the other night. We just got to keep them guys in the same rhythm, man. And if everybody, and I think, I'm going to tell you the player tonight to watch out for me, Cam Reddish. I think this is Cam Reddish night tonight, because he had a great first game. They didn't really, per se, need him the second game, but this game, he gets, you know what? I think this cat comes out tonight against these young boys that really put some good numbers up tonight. So I think that's going to be my player to watch tonight. For me, it'll be Cam Reddish. I think you just will say he got to capitalize and get in his routine. They say he's been doing well in practice. He started to learn his teammates. He's really in practice, starting to learn the system and everything. So now, while we still got Grimes on the shelf, Cam Reddish take advantage of the minutes tonight, go in there and get it popping at 12, 13 points. Good enough for me right now. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can kind of blow these guys out. Then you can get some more extended minutes for the other guy to get their rhythm and get their flow going. So I think it's going to be real fun to see this thing pop. But I'm looking for a good game tonight. Like I said, I'm not sleeping on nobody. Sleeping brain in the devil's workshop. I'm not sleeping on nobody tonight. But we're going to go in there and make it happen, though. You know what I mean? I think that they're going to go out there and I think their experience wins the game tonight. I think that's what's going to come down to me. I think the Knicks' experience. I don't think Wendell Carter can even handle Mitchell Robinson. He's nice, but he ain't Mitchell Robinson when it comes to that length and that athleticism. I think he can score pretty well, good guy, but I don't think he can handle it. And I don't think whoever playing a power forward night tonight going to handle Julius Randle. I don't.
Montero.
Bonchero, yeah. I think Bonchero gets to go up against Julius Randle. He's going to teach him, and he's a nice player, but I think Julius Randle going to teach him a few things or two. So we're going to see, man, RJ against Wagner. That's going to be interesting. Cole Anthony, now Cole Anthony got to play on defense. Last year, he was going up against, he didn't really have to apply no defense pressure too much because, Alec Burks could ball and Kemba Walker doesn't go ball, but Jalen Brunson is a different animal. So I think we're going to test Cole Anthony tonight from a defense perspective. How you going to handle Jalen Brunson when he's doing all this savvy crap stuff on you? And you're going to be like, whoa, you know what I mean? So it's going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to be fun, free basketball tonight. I think it's really going to go out there and make it happen.
Yeah, and to piggyback what you said earlier, about Reddish not having a good game. The second game, we didn't need him. Obi Toppin had 20 points. IQ had about 20 points, 16, 17, 14, 15 points these guys had. So they really didn't need the game that Reddish went off. Obi Toppin had a bad game. IQ had a bad game. So we needed Reddish to step in and he stepped in big time. Boy, he put his foot all the way in it, man. And so this is the type of team that we need when somebody's not playing well, we can revert to someone else to feed them the ball. Like I was also saying, once Quentin Grimes comes back, there's a way that you could still work Quentin Grimes into the rotation and still have Cam Reddish play and D Rose play and IQ play. It all depends on who's hot. That first time that they get in, if they smoking hot, then you go back to them and then you see which one is not so hot and you implement Grimes in to take Cam Reddish spot, to take IQ spot, to take D Rose spot. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm pretty sure this is what Tibbs is probably going to do. If I could see it, I mean, I'm pretty sure Tibbs had already thought this up in his mind already and stuff like that. So I think Tibbs is just playing a different style of basketball this year so far. These first two games, even the preseason, the way he played the basketball too, and he's heavy. The defense is really working its way into you looking at Fournier and be like, Dad, where this was from Fournier last year. Now a couple of times, I think it was with Ivy. One of those fast guys, Ja or Ivy, they just jet right past, they just run right past Evan Fournier. But you still see Evan Fournier going back to rebound, something that we didn't see too much last year. You seeing him starting to rebound the ball, and he's also passing the ball. You know what I mean? Something and if you haven't noticed it, he did do this a couple of times last year, but he's driving the ball to the hole much more than he did last year. You know what I mean? So these are different things that, everybody's bringing to the table, and I'm happy to see it.
Yeah. Speaking of Evan Fournier, I think that's a real point that you hit that on the head. That first game, I remember, he was like 5 assists, 5 rebounds.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you can't score the ball, just do other things. Do the other things. There's a lot of variables to this game. If you ain't scoring well, rebound well. You ain't shooting. Play defense. Do it. Now I like what he's doing right now because Evan Fournier kind of showing that he got other aspects to his game that though his 3-point shot ain't popping right now early in the season. Him coming off the FIBA thing, playing all summer long in the FIBA World game. So his leg is not truly totally under him, but it's good to see that he's competing in other aspects. And I think that's so important to a winning team. It's like big ball, big game. And I even noticed that with RJ. The first game of the season, RJ didn't shoot the ball well, but he was passing well. He was rebounding well. He played defense the best he can. Ja Morant did what Ja Morant do. I mean, he's just a talented dude. But they doing the little things that don't really show up. Some of them show up in the stat box, but some of them don't. And I like that about Evan Fournier the other night that he only had 8 points, whatever, but he was rebounding, he was playing some decent defense, which is good. So that's what we got to be a competitive team, to be a championship type of team, to be a playoff type of team. You got to do all the little things. I think that's so important that the team is to play within the whole confine of what we do. Knicks defense is number one first and foremost. The New York City gritty committee, you got to be there. You know what I mean? And then when one ain't got it popping, make sure you do some other things. Now, so far in 2 games, I like what I've seen. That's why even with the Memphis loss, I was so excited about the grit, the hustle, the determination. They didn't give up. They fought to the last minute. And I think that's so important when you want to be a playoff caliber team. And right now, we on that verge of tonight against them young guys, very talented young team down there. Go in there and just let them know that Madison Square Garden cannot come in here and break in this house. We got an ADT system on here. We got a ring. I don't care what security system you want to call it. But we got it on the guard, and that's our defense and our squad. Lock this shit down tonight, get that W, and get ready for the Charlotte Hornets Wednesday. And then next thing you know, the schedule is brutal after that. So it's important that we win these next 2 games, these 3 games at home, or 2 games, because after that we got the big dog, we got the creme de la creme, we got the Milwaukee Bucks, we got the Celtics, we got all these cats coming in. We about to go over these. You want to get out with a good 3-1, 4-1 start. Then next thing you know, we're gonna go in there and shop a couple of teams. We got Milwaukee Bucks and all these guys shop Howard. So, but we can take care of home. I think we take care of home, man. 41 games at home. Man, we can take care. We can win 3/4 of our home game. We already a playoff team alone just by winning the home game. So, and I think I look at it around the league so far. You look at the Brooklyn Nets, 1 and 2. A couple of these teams that you thought were going to be up there, the Sixers. A lot of these guys right now, they haven't found their groove yet. So we got to take advantage of the situation, man.
Right.
And as we were talking, salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Peace to the God of our wide. Trav beat my man, Mr. Bars in the building with us tonight. Salute to him, Agent Super Argo in the building. Core Mega, everybody, man. This real talk. Let's get it. Cash out. Run them up with the thumbs up. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. We in the building. This real talk. Let's get the blind shot.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Real talk, man. But I'm really super excited about what's popping. Tonight it's gonna be a fun game tonight. They got a lot of good young talent on. Let's see what they're gonna do, Shop Power. Let's see if the Knicks can capitalize off of what they do this year so far, which is playing defense. We need to get that 3-point shot up a little bit more, but I think that'll come around through time. Like Ted said, he wanted to see our defense and our 3-point shooting get a little bit more better. And then once we do that, and then Grimes come back, we should be pretty good. And real quick, before I pass the salute to my man Chapin, salute to you, Chapin in Tanako, saying the right part of me from screwing it up. As soon as you think you're coming in, make sure you run them up with a thumbs up. Shop Power. I'm looking forward to that game tonight. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting here just waiting for the tip off to come. I believe this team tonight is going to get out. They have a different mindset, man. And I notice as I watch some of the interviews that they talk about, they're not talking about individual. They're not talking about themselves. You know what I mean? Everything is about the team. Everything is about winning, the team winning with the team, togetherness. And right now, we gotta capitalize on that right now. This hold on one second. This team right now is really working together and playing hard together, man. And I hope they continue to do some of those things because playing together is going to win them a lot of games this year. And I also believe that with the number of players that we got coming off the bench, our depth is going to beat teams down this year. Our depth is going to really work teams in the second and the third quarter. So if as long as our second unit can come up and stay strong, and our first unit gets out there and gets it popping, I think we can win a lot of games this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real talk. I don't know how far a lot of our fans go back, but you fans do can remember going back to what the Pistons in 2004. Like I said, they didn't have no superstar. They had a bunch of good players, and that team went to the finals. They had Rasheed Wallace, and Ben Wallace.
I was about to say the Wallaces.
Yeah, they had Hamilton, they had Chauncey Billups. They weren't superstars, but they were just like the way this team built right now. They got a bunch of
good players.
Yeah, man, they got a bunch of good players, and I think it's all about team to me. And like you look at the teams who got superstars right now, some of them ain't even doing good. So that's because sometimes it takes a team to win a game, not just a couple of individual players. A lot of Lakers, they got superstars out there. Look how they play. So if your team ain't good, I don't care how many, you might have 1 or 2 superstars, but if your team ain't good, that don't mean nothing. And I think that right now we got a good team. We deep at every position. Tips, like Shop House at Tips, will switch it up any way he want to. I want to see one more. I can't wait till we play Cleveland. And I'm hoping Tibbs throw the Harkenstein and Mitchell Robinson thing up in there for a minute. When you got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen up in there, I want to see Tibbs throw Mitchell Robinson and Harkenstein for a minute. You know what I mean? And see how they do. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we're gonna. We'll be versatile enough. We very versatile enough to do things like that. When you want to go small ball against another team, then you can move Obi, RJ, Randall, Cam Reddish, Jalen Brunson, or Grind. I mean, they so versatile right now. I just think that this team is really set for some good things. I think they can compete against any team because of their versatility. and how deep they bench is Shot Power. We didn't have that last year because Noel wasn't there. He didn't play, so we didn't really have that guy who could back up Mitchell Robinson. But now we can play big ball, small ball, medium ball, any kind of ball. I think this team is built like that. I'm really happy about the way this team is built this year, and salute to the front office for building it that way. They kept all the players just about they had. They got rid of the free agents that they signed last year. Obviously, Kimball Walker, Nerlens Noel, Alex Burks. They got rid of them, kept Derrick Rose, which is understandable. But then we brought in two guys that plugged right in. Then you got Jalen Brunson who's coming in, plugging right in for Kimball Walker, who's better at this type in this stage of their career. And you got Hartenstein, who's playing more dividends this year than Noel did, because Noel wasn't here for only 20 games last year. So I think overall it was a good look for the Knicks, and I think this team has really got a good cohesion. And if Cam Reddish and Quentin Grimes pop, I think it'll be a good team.
Yeah, the big acquisitions that we made this year, maybe to other people doesn't look as big, Brunson and Hartenstein, but as of now, Brunson is playing very well. And Hartenstein is playing some gritty basketball. He's falling on the floor. He's diving for passes, and I appreciate that. Even with some of the ticky-tack fouls, I appreciate the effort that he's putting out there. And I know in time, playing under a Tom Thibodeau style of defensive, cohesion, I think that Hartenstein will get better at the reaching fouls, the more of the hand fouls that he reaches in and tries to snatch the ball out and stuff like that. I think he'll get better under Tom Thibodeau's type of defense to make him understand to use his body and jump straight up instead of jumping up with your hand up forward. So, the little things that the Knicks have to accomplish before, as the season go on is real minuscule. There's small things that could be, just, fixed in practice. So, I'm looking for a good game tonight, man. My thing this year is push the pace, grab some rebounds, hit some free throws. Let's win this game tonight.
Yeah. As far as tonight with the key matchups, first I say the key to the game tonight, like you said, pace, rebounding, defend the ball. We've been doing very well with the turnover situation compared to last year. We were around 13, 14 a game last year.
We was more like 15, 16. We was turning. Yeah. We lost games for turnovers.
This year with a different point guard, we kind of got the situation under control. So we good in that. And then I say last but not least, hit the foul text like always. Then for my keys to the game tonight, definitely going to be the defense, the pace like we always say, rebound the ball well, limit the turnovers. And I think we could do them things right there. I think we pretty much walk out there with a W tonight for sure.
Yeah, no question about that, man. The little things, it's the little things that wins the games. Let's keep the ball moving around, keep everybody engaged into the game and stuff like that. We don't need Randall to score 35 points. If Randall scores 18 points, but RJ scores another 18 and Jalen Brunson scores another 18 and so on and so forth, we win the game. We win collectively, like you were saying about that Detroit team, man. They didn't have no real quote unquote big name stars, but they played together. They played as a team, and that's what we really need tonight is to play as a team. Togetherness will win us the game.
Yeah. You know what, Superman, Tim, salute. You know what this made me think of too? The Miami Heat team a couple years ago that was in the bubble that played the Lakers. Even the Miami Heat don't have no superstars. They just got a bunch of good players. And I think the Knicks can replicate that Miami Heat team for sure. I think we got enough talent. It's almost like, if you want to say Julius Randle and Jimmy Butler, you want to say RJ and hypothetically, just say, I'm not saying player position, but just talent. Bam Adebayo, RJ, Julius Randle, Jimmy Butler. Then who's on that team that start lining up better than Jalen Brunson? I think this team is just as good as a lot of teams like that because we got a whole solid team. Then I think our bench is deep. I mean, so I like the acquisition of all that, man. And I like the way this team is built. So we just got to do that thing tonight. I want to see that key matchup tonight, RJ and Wagner. That's a key matchup. I want to see Cole Anthony and Jalen Brunson. And I think that's going to be a key matchup. And I'm interested to see what Fournier is going to be able to do with Terrence Ross. That right there is going to be big because Fournier, he's not even about a scoring shot power because his defense kind of slow Terrence Ross down. Because once Terrence Ross gets going, he's like a microwave. He gets buckets. So I think that's going to be a big matchup tonight. Is can Evan Fournier kind of slow him down until you bring in Cam Reddish all the quickly and everybody got a little bit more defense, size, stellar, and everything like that. There might be matchups that is really them three. It's RJ and Wagner, Cole Anthony, and Jalen Brunson. I'm gonna go with Evan Fournier and Terrence Ross. I think it's gonna be really key to see how they attack perform tonight.
Yeah, no question about that, man. The biggest thing for me is to see how they play the defense after halftime, because if you watch if Ross is out there and he's lighting it up and stuff like that, and then Evan Fournier is the man contesting him, then you might not see as much of Evan Fournier in the second quarter. I mean, in the second half. They may change it. Tibbs is pretty witty this year, man. He's put four guards on the floor this year with a big man. He's put three running small forwards out there, 3 guard lineup. He's a little witty this year, so I don't know if he's substituting guys in earlier than he did last year. When he's calling timeouts when the defense is not playing well. I mean, he's done a lot of these things that I've mentioned, but he's doing it more efficient this year. Sometimes I remember last year it'd be time for Evan Fournier get taught. I'm just using him, I'm just using him for a name. Evan Fournier would get torched for 6-8 points in 3 minutes, and he'll leave him out there another 2 minutes, and then he'll get torched another 2 or 3 more points, and then he'll decide to call the timeout, bring Fournier back in for another minute and a half, and then sub him out and put somebody else in after he get beat again. Hypothetically, I'm not talking so much Fournier. That's for the namesake. But Tibbs not doing that this year. You know what I mean? Tibbs, you see the rotational minutes are, you don't see Randall a whole 12 minutes in the first quarter. You don't see RJ a whole 12 minutes the first quarter. Brunson done it once or twice, but he's supplementing the guys in a little earlier so they could get a little bit more breaks, so they can sit on the bench. You could, conversate with them a little bit. And, he's doing a okay job so far. Only in the first 2 games, but so far so good. I think we're going to get out tonight, and I think we're really going to, I think Randall's going to have a good game tonight, and I think Mitchell Robinson is going to have a good game as well.
Yeah, I think one of the keys tonight to me is that perimeter defense tonight. We have that perimeter defense got to be, because Cole Anthony and Terrence Ross and whoever you want to put Brian Sherrill, or whoever their third guys are, Forrest Wagner, sorry. We got to make sure that perimeter defense is solid tonight, because I think that's what they're going to try to beat us at tonight. Is that perimeter? I don't think they got enough force inside. I really don't. I like Wendell Carter, don't get me wrong, but I think that Mitchell Robinson have better system than length to slow him down a little bit. But I think that perimeter is where they're going to have a problem tonight. If they don't get that perimeter defense out tonight, it could be a different story. It could be, I'm just going to call it an upset, because that team ain't better than us. They got young, up-and-coming young talent, but I don't think they're better than us. So we don't want to sleep on these guys tonight. That perimeter defense got to be there. And I'll open up the panel in a minute, Tim. Give me a few minutes. I'll open it up, and you get in here with us and get a pop if you choose to. And I'll open up the panel in about 2 minutes. But for me, I think the biggest thing tonight is that perimeter defense. If you can control that perimeter defense tonight, don't allow Cole Anthony to think that he had our Bishop Malloy or something, or don't act like he down and dribbles away. You got to stop him. You can't. Terry Ross can't just think that he can come in here and run him up on the Knicks. We got to limit that tonight. And like I said, Franz Wagner, he's a competitive young man. That cat got some dog in him. So you got RJ got to have the players. I don't care if RJ don't score a lot tonight. Don't let him score a lot tonight. To me, that's going to be the key to the game. Them 3 guys right there. You can shut them cats down early in the game and don't let them get off dropping bombs all over the place. Knicks walk out there with it. I'm going to pretty much say pretty much a blowout almost if they can do that. Because them cats is 0-3. They ain't won nothing yet. So they're going to be hungry to win something. And what a better place to get your first victory than MSG. But we ain't going to let that happen tonight, man. So we'll see how it pops tonight. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. My brother D. Roz, Chef Tim, D. Nice, everybody, man. Salute to y'all in the building, man, for coming in. Real Talk Knicks fan, let's go. Chat and salute. Peace to the God, Travis, everybody. It's Aiden, R, Super Argo. Salute to y'all, man. So let's see, man. We got about another hour before the game pop off, or something of that nature. Let's see how it goes, man. Maybe a little less than that. But I think the Knicks go out there with a victory tonight. I'll be really excited. We can get 2-1, and then hopefully we can try to get this game against Charlotte Wednesday night, and we'll be 3-1. We'll come out of the gate with 3-0 at home. That'd be real impressive.
Yeah, this is a good game this is a game that we should win, and we need to win. I believe we need to win this game so we can move forward, so we can see what Charlotte has for us, because Charlotte's been playing pretty good basketball. They haven't had I don't think Ball played, and their power forward the guy in trouble. Yeah, he's not there.
Yeah, Bridges.
Bridges, he hasn't been there, and they've been playing pretty good basketball. So we need to see what we can do with this team so we can move on and make a new game plan for them and prepare for them on Wednesday. We need to push the pace. We need to grab some rebounds, and we need to hit our free throws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm excited about that. I'm really looking forward. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm looking for Cam night. I think this got to be Cam night tonight. He did it for us. I want him to have a good game in the Garden. I want to hear people in the Garden just to appreciate the talent that young man has. But that's why I want him to pop tonight. I want to see our bench do what they did the other night. Shout out if our bench can stay consistent along with our starter five. We got a pretty good team. If they both clicking on, it's hard to beat the Knicks when the bench and the starting unit both clicking on the same cylinders. It is not with one of them is in the pluses and one of them is in the minuses. Everybody in the plus at any given night, the Knicks will beat just about anybody because they're just that deep. So I'm really looking forward to tonight. If we can have a plus game, not a minus game from everybody. And granted, everybody ain't gonna pop, but against a team like these guys, 0-3, trying to get acclimated. I think we go in there and get the cats a business tonight. But it should be fun in here, though, man. And this is a lower echelon team. It's not like we're playing some higher echelon guys. So I'm expecting the Knicks to win tonight because I don't think the Knicks is a lower echelon team. So this is a lower echelon team. This team just came out the lottery. You know what I mean? So we got to be real about it. We cannot let lottery team give us no business. So I'm expecting the Knicks to win tonight. It's just how much they're going to win by. That's what I'm with. How much they win by, not so much where they win the game. Because if the key to the season is beat the people that you're supposed to beat. You're supposed to beat the Atlanta. You're supposed to beat the Detroits. Then when you get up against the Brooklyn and Milwaukee and the Philly Sixers and all these other guys, it's a different story. Now you got to go in there and hope that you play your best ball and come out there with a victory. But for tonight, we're supposed to beat Orlando tonight. If the Knicks don't beat Orlando tonight, I'm going to be so disappointed that I feel like we are not what we thought we were. Just like we handled Detroit, we need to handle these guys, man. Real talk, and I think we will tonight.
Right.
Jay Boogie, salute my brother Jay Boog. Boy, what's good? Salute my brother, salute.
Jay Boogie, blessings to see you in here, brother. Thank you for coming in and showing your support over here, man. And great meeting you up at the Garden over there, man. It was a great time to see you there. I mean, every time I see you had on a different outfit, so I had to refocus my look at you and stuff like that. But good to see you up in the piece, man. Thank you for supporting.
Hey, Jay Boogie, like me and you, we come from the Dapper Dan era. It was drip, drip, drip. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Drip, drip, drip. So, my brother Jay Boogie, man, you know what it is, man. Hey, I hope everything went well with the video shoot, Jay Boogie. If you're still out there doing your thing, man, hope everything going well with that, man. I can't wait to see what the finished product going to be. But we know you the ambassador, brother. Real talk. Jay Boogie, the Knicks fan base ambassador for all us podcasters, man. So salute to my brother Jay Boogie. Y'all know what it is, man. But yeah, shout out. It should be a fun game tonight. It really should be fun, interesting. It should be entertaining. I think it should be an entertaining game. That's the only way I can really put it. The Knicks should be entertaining tonight. They should go up in that Garden and, like I said, protect their home court, come out there and get this thing popping, man. I think we will.
Yeah, man. The main focus for me this year is for the Knicks to hold down home court advantage, man. We gotta go out on home court and act like somebody trying to take something from us, man. Every game, I don't care what team it is that comes into the Garden this year, man. We got to play with our upper echelons. We got to play like we playing college basketball again. We got to play like we want to score 60 points. Somebody scores 60 points for the night. We got to be the ones to take the advantage when we at home. And I think the Knicks have a good chance of doing some of that this year. Like I said, I got high expectations for Jalen Brunson. I think he's the key to the way we move this year. I think we have some guys that's on the bench that we're looking forward to really step up this year, like Cam Reddish, IQ, Obi Toppin. I wish those three guys could really work their way to where IQ can implement some of the same moves for Cam Reddish for Obi Toppin. I wish IQ could get Cam Reddish, because I believe Cam Reddish could throw the ball down just as well. You know what I mean? You give him a nice little alley-oop move or something going to the hole, his long arms and his big body now, I think he'll throw it down just as well. So salute Soulfinger. Yo. And I just think those are some of the things that the Knicks really need to implement this shit, man. And if they stay focused, they get out early, and keep passing that ball, man. Make those passes, man. I think Fournier might have another game that might surprise some people tonight. You know what I mean? He might want to turn up tonight and stuff like that. He's from Orlando as well, right? Didn't he play with Orlando? Yeah. Yeah, so those teams that he used to be on, he tries to really crush him when he plays them. So maybe we might even see a surprising 22, 23-point game from Evan Fournier tonight. I think the Knicks come out tonight, they push some pace, they grab some rebounds, they hit some free throws. I think the Knicks win tonight. I think it's going to be a nice shootout. I think it's going to be like 112 to like 107.
Yo, let me get these two brothers coming in for starter, man. They ain't no bench players, they starters. We got the brother Jay Boogie. We got Tim. They ain't no bench player. They just was chilling on the bench for a minute. Now they in the starting role with Knicks Real Talk. My brother Jay Boogie and Tim. What's good, family?
Man, what's happening, family, man? Shout out to y'all great men of our. Hey, Powers, I feel the same way, man. It was a blessing. It was a blessful time hanging out with you and so many people, you know what I'm saying, up under this Knick umbrella, man. And now I wasn't switching up gear like that. At the same time, I was still shooting video scenes.
I know.
That's why I kept switching up gears and stuff, trying to put this video the best way I can for everybody, man. But shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody rocking that orange and blue. Shout out to y'all great men. Shout out to my brother Tim right there, you know what I'm saying? Man, what a great historical weekend it was been, you know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about the BET Awards. Nah, you should have been there because it was the podcast award. So many monster stars and mega stars off this glass podcast represent these New York Knicks to the fullest, man. Man, I had a beautiful time, man, a great time, man. I can't wait to the next adventure. I can't wait for us to do it down here in Charlotte. I can't wait for us to do it down there in the A, you know what I'm saying? So we can show how we get down, how we do our thing, man. But tonight is the night, man, that, you know what I'm saying, this is one of the reasons why we got Brunson. See, last year we lost to this squad, you know what I'm saying? Now, you can't lose to this squad. Now we got Brunson, you know what I'm saying? Brunson is here to make sure we don't lose the bums. And Brunson is always here, and he's also here to make sure that we beat teams that people think we can't beat, you know what I'm saying? We got a solidified team, man. I look forward to guys smash these cockroaches, get them up out of the way. Another bum night like the other night. Yo, I promise you, Devon, I ain't watched for probably about 3 minutes of that game the other night, man, with so many people I wanted to, just be rocking with, hugging with, dapping with, laughing with, having fun with, kicking with, man. I had a beautiful time, man. So tonight, man, it's another bum night. I'm looking forward to air them out. I don't care about what your future look like. I don't care about your number one picks. I don't care about what you did last year. None of that. This night right here, this Monday night, man, don't even be watching no Monday Night Football. You need the Knicks is on. That's what you need to tune into, man.
Real talk. Let me tell you something. Y'all cats was mob deep up in that PC of the night. I wish I could have been there, but I was there in spirit. But y'all cats was mob deep up in the building. I'm like, these cats rolling up in there, 60 deep, MBK, blowing. Everybody was up in there. I mean, still Knicks fans. I mean, all you cats. I mean, that was so beautiful to see. It was like for me going to a rally or something. You know what I mean? Like, y'all was. I'm like, they got the orange and blue conglomerate all. I mean, that shit was deep, bro. I mean, that was better than the game to me. I'm like, man, I'm on Twitter, right? Real quick, I'm gonna get in here and get it popping. But I'm on Twitter. I'm looking at the pics. I see you cats taking selfies with each other. I see my man Shop Powers in there with Kevin McLeod, all you cats, man. It was lovely, man. So salute to the Knicks Nation for representing the New York Knicks real well the other night. It's 10 man, but tonight we going in and smashing them, boy. This ain't no game where we supposed to blow these cats out. We know teams like this here. You don't go in there and say, okay, we hopefully beat them. No, this is a lower echelon team. They 0-3. The Knicks don't have no reason not to beat these boys tonight. And now when it gets different, we get up against the higher echelon teams. Okay, that's a different story. But teams like Orlando, Detroit, I ain't expecting nothing but a win tonight. I'll be so disappointed when Knicks lose that game, which I don't think is going to happen. I don't think they got the talent to beat us with Jalen Brunson and all they got the way they're playing this year, Tim. Let's hope that the Knicks get in there tonight, get 2 games in a row, protect the home court, put the ADT system on, put the CPI system on, the Ring doorbell, whatever, lock the guard down.
Right. Right.
Yeah, man, Tim, I think it's going to be fun tonight.
Yeah, shout out to. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir, brother.
Yeah, bro, big bro.
Hey, shout out to the bro Divine. Shout out Power Big Bro J Boogie. Sorry I didn't get a chance. I know Tom didn't give us the opportunity to meet up this time, but the next time, definitely the next time you come in the city, it's on. It's
No
turn
doubt,
up
baby.
time. Definitely we're gonna turn up and have a good time. If y'all haven't subscribed to this great channel, definitely, of course, y'all nothing to hit the like button, hit
That's
the
right.
notification bell, and let you know when these great kings is coming on talking about the team we love and all the other podcasts as well. You know, show them love as well. If you haven't subscribed to their channels as well, definitely do the just do and do that. As far as the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau, I'm just put it out there like this. Whatever the lineup Tom Thibodeau put out, whatever game plan he had or the lineup he put out, in any given night, anybody's capable of being a superstar for that night.
That's right.
Anybody's capable of winning the game and being a superstar for that night. So we don't have to have a mega superstar, a player that everybody's talking about. You know, our team all together is superstars. If you put it together, that's what they believe. I believe they all believe they superstars.
Right.
That's why they playing the way they playing. If you saw the other night the way they was playing, it was so beautiful to watch how they was playing together on defense. That's why you see how when they played together on defense, that's how the offense came so easy. They gel so good together on defense, and that's what we keep preaching about. If they can continue to play team defense, the offense is going to come. It's going to look beautiful to watch, especially in Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? If you seen how the fans was behind them, if we take care of home court, as Shy Power's been saying for the longest, if we take care of home court, teams come in thinking it's going to be an easy walk. Nah, it ain't happening. You know, we're going to show y'all, like, listen, it's not going to be easy like it was a couple of years ago. You know, so we know everybody got a chip on their shoulder when they come to Garden. Everybody want to beat us. You know, but we got the best arena in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's the Mecca. So we got to protect home court. We definitely got to protect home court. And any given night, anybody's capable of being a star for that night. Good comparisons, Devon, I heard you mention about the 2004 Pistons. That's a great comparison because there wasn't no superstar. They had multiple stars that's capable of winning the game, you know, so I agree with you on that. And that's the type of team we have built right now, you know. Jay Boogie mentioned, we got Brunson. That's huge. That's a big pickup compared to what we had in the past, you know, compared to the Alfred Paytons and even Burks and running the point, or even with Kemba. You know, we had so much high expectation of Kemba, and what happened? You know, he had injuries. We couldn't really get the full potential of Kemba because he was always hurt. So now that we have a point guard that's healthy, and his game is so sweet to watch, how he keep the dribble. You know, it's not like he forces shots. He make it look so easy the way he keep the dribble, and he always keep the defense guessing. Notice how when he dribble the ball, they don't know what to do or what to think. You know what I'm saying? So that's better for our team because there's so much space on the court for everybody to operate and do their thing. You know, so I mean, it's just a great look to watch this team so far in the first 2 games. You know, so we should be 2-0 right now. We gave the first one away. You know, so I'm excited for tonight's game and see Cole Anthony go against Brunson. That's the matchup I'm really looking forward to see them two go at it. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, let me ask Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie, how was that vibe? Julius Randle's vibe. You being to meet Julius Randle, take a picture with him. How did you get to conversate with him, or you pretty much was just a snapshot and then you had to keep it moving?
I'm gonna tell you, your SP. You remember when we was going down there to going to the floor, you was going to take the flicks?
Yeah.
I'm not in the flick. You know, Jake Boogie wouldn't made his move right there. When y'all went down, I peeled straight to the left. The same way they exit y'all off was the same way I went. But as soon as you get around that curve, you turn, you look left.
Yeah, in that dark spot. Yeah.
That's where the family and everybody went. So I went straight through there and went right back there to the back. And the first person I met back there was Derrick Rose's brother. And I kicked it with him for a few minutes, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, can you get some music to him? You know what I'm saying? Let him. He was like, yo, I don't just give him any kind of music because he's funny about what he listened to. So I let him hear that All Eyes on Us. Yo, he said, yo, I'm gonna give you my email, send it to me. Any other time you want to send me some music, you know what I'm saying? And I get that to him. I sent him that All Eyes on Us. And then Julius came through. I was like, yo, Jul, I said, I know you don't know who I am, but I'm Jay Boogie. I'm the one that wrote the MIP on you. He was like, oh, what's up, man? What's up? He said, yo. I said, yo, can I get an autograph and just talk to you for a few? He said, yo, let me go holler at my peoples real quick and I'm gonna come holler at you. I said, cool. So while he was over there with his peoples, here come Deuce. I kicked it with Deuce for a few minutes, you know what I'm saying? Rock with him. He showed me some love. You know what I'm saying? He let it be known how, guys on the podcasts be doing their thing and they be listening to it. And he said, yep. What he said was they be doing their thing in the morning, So that let me know that right during that time when he said the morning, and I said it to Freezy, that I believe he been listened to your morning show before because that's what come on early. I also hollered at Spreewell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Spreewell was there.
Spreewell was there. He was real cool and chill, And I asked him, how you feel about the team? He was like, man, the whole morale of the team is just different from what it was before. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just feel good about one another. Everybody want to make sure that they're not the reason why that this thing is not going to happen. So by that time, Mitch was coming through. I was getting ready to try to holler at Block Ness Monster, you know what I'm saying? Because then he was like looking down at me. He was like, okay. But then some security lady came through. She was like, I had my VIP pass for where we was at, but I had it turned backwards. So she was like, let me see your pass. I was like, oh, like my pass? Oh. And then she was like, oh, you can't be back here with that pass right here. I said, I don't know. And I just want the security just let me in. That's not on me. She's like, come on, you got to go. You got to go. Come on, you got to go. I said, yo, Jule. I said, Julie. She's like, nah. Come on, you got to go. Julius told her, he said, nah, mama, I got him. Now, he cool. I got him, mama. So she let me stay there with him for a minute. And I'm like, yo, Drew, I appreciate it. I said, how you feeling about this year, man? What you gonna do? I said, I got another song for you. I want to put it out on you. His exact words was, yo, you might as well go ahead and put that out because I'm getting ready to turn up all year. That's all he said to me. And we took a flick. He gave me the peace sign. He gave me some dap. And then I just rolled out. I didn't want to, blow up no. But that's what his exact words. He was like, you might as well go ahead and drop that because I'm gonna turn up all year long, man. So, I was real happy. I felt good about that, man, because, we want to get next to these guys, you know what I'm saying? We want to talk to these guys, if we get a chance to it. Plus, we talk about them all the time on the podcast and windows and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But for him to actually tell that lady, nah, mama, I got him. He good. Man, that made me feel good because I know his wife was a fan of mine. She loved the song, you know what I'm saying? Her and the little son, they loved the song. So, you know what I'm saying? But actually, I did have another one. I had it off the Bill Cosby City 48 joint called Let's Do It Again. You know what I'm saying? But things they go right, but I still got that in the vote. I still got it in the cut. Like if you know what I'm saying, things pop off, you know what I'm saying? I might just let that loose. But yeah, man, it was a beautiful time, man. Rocking back there with family, man. I was able to get some dap from Mr. Brunson, Jalen's dad, you know what I'm saying, kept it moving. But yeah, man, I mean, I was happy to get back there. So while SP and them was out there taking flicks, I was in the back taking flicks.
Yeah. Came right to the back and they wouldn't let us in for nothing. I talked to Spreewell for like a heartbeat, and I seen you over there with Julius. He had that big old black bubble goose on or whatever, and he was over there. He was like, Jay Boogie, we were screaming out. I bought a little jacket. It was off the side. They had a little lady over there. She had some fly little jackets I ain't seen in the anything. But yeah, man, it was a beautiful night, man. That was a beautiful day, man. It was beautiful. All to see everybody out there like that. We was there.
Good. Well, you know what? I'm happy. Like I said, it's important. Like I said, Jay Boogie out. That's why I just, this is my personal name. That's why I call you the ambassador, brother. because you know you be on the forefront of this thing, man. And you represent all us so well, man. You show love to all of us. You represent your brand, the J Boogie brand well. You represent the podcast as well. You represent the Knicks brand real well. So salute to you for being on the forefront of this stuff, man. That's what make us so giddy about wanting to get this shit popping. Because I just think that we in here. We feel like this. We got our foot in the door. Or we knocking on the door. I think you almost about to open the door. We got our foot at the door, so it's good to know we got brothers like you out there that's representing for us, man. So that's why I want to put that out there and give you your flowers, man. Because thank you for all that stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's important that we represent this stuff what we do here, man. Because you're not even standing by that we fall. You know, we want a big family here, man. You know that's how we do. So I'm
that's right, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm just gonna do everything I can. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To be a part of this brother, you know, we got amazing umbrella up under this, you know what I'm saying, this New York thing, you know what I'm saying? We don't get drenched, we don't get wet, we don't feel raindrops, nothing up under our umbrella, you know what I'm saying? It's solidified, man. And I love, appreciate every podcast and what's going on and everything, everybody, how they do their thing, you know what I'm saying, how they represent, man. I just feel home anywhere I go, you know what I mean? But, you know, I just try to keep it positive, keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? I just need to make sure, just try to relate to somebody, let you know whatever you're going through, it don't make a difference what you go through, my brother. But you know what I'm saying, just trust and believe, you know, you can get through it, you know what I'm saying? Just know that somebody care about you. And all of us, we all care about everybody. That's the crazy part about getting together, you know, when you get to an event and everything, you know, it's so many brothers that you can know and recognize on the podcasts. But what's crazy is when people you don't know that's on the pod, them people that's in the chat, when the people in the chat come up to you and you don't know them, but you just, you know what I'm saying, until they say their name, that's what's scary, man. It's scary like that, man. I had like 80 people come up to me throughout that whole day, from all the way at the NBA store, all the way to the garden, all the way to the club. I had people tell me, yo, they were looking for me at the 40-40. I didn't make that, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm ready to get it popping in you know what I'm saying, in the Queen City, man. I'm ready to get that. So y'all let me know what y'all trying to do. If y'all take too long, Jay Boogie gonna be sitting right behind the squad.
No, I'll be there. We'll be there. Hey, man, you know, just to piggyback what you said, we're going to go around and get the last word and everybody can get ready for their pregame thing. But that's how I met this brother, my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, real talk. I love this brother to death. That's how I met Shop Howard. It started in the chat. We wound up at MSG opening night, and the rest is history. You know what I mean? The rest is history. You know what I mean? And it's going to be his story all the way through. You know what I mean? So it's real good, man. But for all the games tonight, I got the Knicks going in there pretty much handling their business. I'm just going to put it out there 120 to 103. I think we blow these boys out like we did Detroit. We want to get ready for the next game, Shop Howard. I think it should be a pretty simple game tonight for us. And I think we go in there and prevail, you know, and then we keep it moving. And I think that's what we should do tonight, Shop.
Yeah, I think we're going to go. I think we're going to have a pretty productive game. I think it's going to be like 112 to 107. I'm going to stay with a semi-low game with better defense and less three-point shooting.
Mm-hmm. Tim, what you got going on? What do you think about tonight?
Man, he just took my score out of my head, man. 112. I had the 112. I'm gonna stick with you. I'll go with you. 112 to 91. You know what I'm saying? 112 to 91. Knicks. We're gonna win by 11. Yeah.
Great minds, Tim. Great minds.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What do you think about tonight, Jay? What do you think is gonna pop tonight?
Man, it's getting ready to be another torture. We ready to run the scoreboard, bust the clock on them, man. I got it 127 to 93. Clear, blow the off, man. Not playing with these guys. And Brunson is not going to let us. See, one thing about the gas. Everybody going to match the gas. And then, you know, when we don't have a team where you take the starters out and it slow down. We got a team where you take the starters out and them guys come in. They feel like, you know, yo, I'm getting ready to show you why I need to be on this floor. So, man, we get ready to bust the clock wide open, man. And air these dudes off. I think they played yesterday. Got to run them out. Run them out the field.
Yes, sir. Real talk. Well, yo, man, great show, Tim. Jay Boogie, thank y'all for coming, my brother. I know the door is always open. Anytime.
Appreciate you, Kings. Appreciate you guys.
No doubt, Kings.
Yeah, man. Enjoy it. Jay Boogie, let me know when y'all get
SP, my SP.
Yes, sir. Listen, man, y'all enjoy tonight. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Let me get my roll call in. D-Rock salute. Met Knicks fan for life. Laker fan for life. Don't worry about Laker fan for life. I feel sorry for the Lakers. Hopefully they get together, man. But like I said, it's a team, but not individual talent. It's all about the team. We got a team, not individual talent. So I like the Knicks. I have a lot of people in there. But anyway, D-Rock, Soul Fan, my brother Salute, G-Man, 7-8, Jay Boogie in here with us. You already know Chef NYK, Tim in here with us. D-Nice, my man, salute to you. My man Chapman, our piece of the guard. Travis B. Ryan, Mr. Bard, I call him as well. He got some skills there as well. Agent Super Argo, everybody, man, salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Knicks Real Talk, Divine, Shy Powers, Jay Boogie, Tim. Y'all go enjoy that game, man. We'll be back on tomorrow night post game. Hopefully, we got some great stuff to talk about. Y'all be safe out there, man. Y'all already know what it is. And let's keep it 100 all the time, man. Y'all take care of yourself. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Shy Powers.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Peace.
We catch
Love.
Peace.
Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This Real Talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the clip. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks Real Talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for how early we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo as they cook my game plan. And my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the things we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. And we embrace the fan base, hit the links, Anthony Mace. We drink the logo when there's hairspace that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's 50 dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine to Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.